Recovery at Home, January 5th. We can enjoy our families in a new way and may become a credit to them instead of an embarrassment or a burden. Basic text, page 104. We're doing great in recovery, aren't we? We go to a meeting every day. We spend every evening with our friends in the fellowship, and every weekend we dash off to a service workshop. But if things are falling to pieces at home, we're not doing so great after all. We expect our families to understand. After all, we're not using drugs anymore. Why don't they recognize our progress? Don't they understand how important our meetings, our service, our involvement with the fellowship are? Our families will not appreciate the change NA is working in our lives unless we show them. If we rush off to a meeting the same way we rushed off to use drugs, what has changed? If we continue to ignore the needs and desires of our partners and children, failing to accept our responsibilities at home, we aren't practicing these principles in all our affairs. We must live the program everywhere we go, in everything we do. We want the spiritual life to be more than a theory. We have to live it at home. When we do this, the people we share our lives with are sure to notice the change and be grateful that we found NA. Just for today, I will take my recovery home with me. Sorry. I can totally relate to that reading. I know when I had first gotten clean, I spent a lot of time out at meetings. I took on crazy amounts of service positions, and it was because it's where I felt most comfortable. I know how frustrated my family was that I was gone all the time. I was really grateful that my husband had stepped up and been willing to take care of the kids and put them to bed and feed them dinner every night. And I was very lucky that he had support and was told to kind of just hang in there. And eventually I realized that being gone all the time wasn't really what recovery was about. And they were right. So balance is a big deal for me. Trying to balance meetings, step work, calling my sponsor, and home life. That can be difficult. And I noticed that everybody has a different suggestion for the best way to do things. And for me, it's really a very personal thing. You know, the time you spend with your kids and your spouse may be very different than the time you have to spend if you're living with your parents or if you're single or so there is really, in my experience, there's really been no right answer, but I have to be honest to myself. I have to determine whether I'm running away from home responsibilities by going to so many meetings, or if perhaps something's going on in my life at that time where I need more meetings. It's not always the same. Some weeks I need a lot more meetings. Some weeks I need to spend a lot more time with my family. The important things for me is balance. It's understanding that, sorry, I have a cat. It's understanding that I have to constantly take inventory as to, is what I'm doing the best thing for my recovery? Am I living the program? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing every day? If the answer is yes, then I'm okay. If the answer is no, that's all right too. I just have to reevaluate. But I really think this reading's great. So let me know your thoughts. Thanks.